So you want to know what to do and how to get into the rental business. Well, there are 5 things I look at on rental properties. My name is Paul Powers. I'm with Power Real Estate, and I've been in the rental business for over 30 years. I've got several long-term rentals and multiple short-term vacation rentals. So I do look at 5 things before I invest in a rental property. Number 1, I always buy in an area that is going up in value. You want to make sure you're either buying in the pathway to progress or you're in an area that is turning over and it's becoming up and coming, like downtown Nashville in the last 10 years. Okay, so buy a property that's going to appreciate in value. The second thing I look at is I always make sure that my property cash flows. Robert Kiyosaki would be proud of me. He's the cash flow guy that wrote a book, and he always tries to find things that cover the interest and principal payment, the taxes and insurance also. And if your rent is higher than those 4 expenses on a monthly basis, then you have a property that will cash flow. So always cover that and make sure it's at least at minimum revenue neutral. Now, the third thing I look at as a general rule is, will a property pay for itself within 10 to 15 years or less? If it pays for itself in 10 years, it's a really good income producing property, and that's a go for me. If it takes 15 years to pay for itself, that still can be a very good property depending on if it appreciates in value. If it takes 30 years to pay for a property, it's not a good investment for me. So that's a general rule that I do. I also, number 4, I protect myself by forming an LLC on a property, and I put the property purchase in the name of an LLC for liability protection. So you might want to do that. Now, the 5th thing that I always do is I screen my tenants very carefully. I'm going to cover screening tenants in my next Power Advice video. So check in for that. And remember, these are the top 5 things I do about getting in the rental business.